large and growing and ever-present diversity gap that exists between public school students and teachers in the United States. Almost 64 years after Brown versus Board of Education, Topeka, the loss of Black teachers remains a failure of will, not a failure of means. A growing body of research suggests children benefit in many ways from having a teacher of the same race or ethnicity. Published studies, for example, suggest Black students do better in reading and math and are less likely to be suspended from school when they have minority teachers. When all students are able to see and build relationships with teachers of color, it helps to break down stereotypes and engender positive attitudes across racial differences.
I will say yes, it does matter, because kids need positive role models to look up to. They need people that look like them to encourage them to be greater. And yeah, that's my answer.
Minority students, white teachers, doesn't matter.
In my opinion, it doesn't matter as long as the teacher doesn't show bias towards one ethnicity over the other.
I personally believe that no, it does not matter if the teacher is white with minority students, and that's just based off of the situations I've been in. I've been fortunate enough to have good teachers and ones who don't see race as an issue or a conflict.
Study by the Brookings Institute, the number of minority teachers more than doubled in the United States over a 25-year period from 1987 to 2012, but still represent less than 20% of the country's elementary and secondary school teaching force. While the trends show an increase, it in no way reflects the K-12 student population, which now has a majority of minority students. Minority teachers remain underrepresented in the teaching force. The largest growth was most seen among Asian and Hispanic teachers, who still claim a relatively small portion of all teachers, 2% and 7.5% respectively in 2011 through 2012. Efforts to increase diversity among the teaching corps are being hampered because few minority college graduates are going into teaching, and it is becoming harder to recruit minorities into classrooms where they could potentially boost the performance of minority children and increase the pipeline of teacher candidates. Teaching as a profession is less appealing for any potential candidates than it was in the past. The researchers highlight the negatives, such as the absence of teacher voice in decision-making, harmful testing and evaluation policies, and relatively low pay as factors.
The major advantage of having a white teacher as a minority student is that they are ingrained in the system, know it really well, are well connected, and are able to afford you opportunities that you otherwise wouldn't have. The disadvantage is that they are not culturally sensitive. They're not as familiar with your struggles, within your own life, both culturally and socially, and that is my contribution.
Minority students, white teachers, doesn't matter.
As a minority, when you're surrounded by people who are successful, you feel more motivated to be successful like them. So yes, it does matter.
Simply put, a more diverse teaching population would benefit the profession as a whole. According to high school English teacher Kay McSpadden from York, South Carolina, despite the difficulty of narrowing the diversity gap, we aren't helpless. Acknowledging our biases and our tendency to stereotype is the first step to being more effective with all of our students. Teachers and students who share no trait in common can be terrific partners in learning. Those relationships can be exceptionally strong, forged out of a respect and celebration for each other. Lastly, having a diverse faculty in schools brings cultural knowledge and capital that teachers can share with each other as they design programming and curricula.